because these are long days, but most of you are chartered accountants and you all are used to it. So you all will find the page. Thank you very much. Kindly have the best out of it.
Now may I request Mr. Ashok Mehta, Chairman of our Direct Tax Committee, to introduce our chief guest.
The present task of introducing Lordship K.R. Shriram. He is born in Mumbai. Justice K.R. Shriram completed B.Com in Financial Accountancy and Management and LLB from Mumbai University, following which he pursued LLM, Maritime Law and King's College, London. He passed LLM in merit. He enrolled as an associate with the Bar Council of Maharashtra and Goa on 3rd July 1986 and joined the chamber of Mr. S. Venkateshwaran, senior advocate, in 1997. He set up his own chamber in 1997 and dealt in commercial matters with specialization in shipping, international trade law, matters arising out of Code Act, Customs Act, Motor Vehicles Act, marine insurance, including reinsurance, company law matters, etc. He has done litigation and non-litigation work and has appeared in Bombay High Court, the Honorable Supreme Court of India, other High Courts of India, and in the National and State Consumer Dispute Resolution Forum, Customs, Excise and Service Tax Appellate Tribunal, Securities Appellate Tribunal, Company Law Board, and various arbitration. He has conducted trials in civil suits, statutory inquiries, and Merchant Shipping Act, engineering, construction, arbitration, and consumer redressal disputes. He served as a member of the Core Committee 1 Admiral Matters for consideration of draft of unification of original and appellate side rules of Bombay High Court. On the personal front, Justice Shriram has activities involved in social causes, helping families from where there is bereavement for many years. He served as a vice chairman of Dharma Shriram Mitram, an NGO that runs centers for forming and Shraddha and the department. He loves playing golf and has travelled across the country internationally. He elevated as additional judge of the Bombay High Court on 21st June 2013, confirmed as a permanent judge of the Bombay High Court on 2nd March 2016. With this brief introduction, I ask you all to welcome him with a round of applause. As a token of love and appreciation, the President is requested to give a memento to the Chief Guest. I request the Lordship to take.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Many wouldn't have seen me smile on the dais, but I find many lawyers here whom I have been seeing quite regularly in my courts. Mr. Rajay Singh, Mr. Raghani, Mr. Mehta, Mr. Patel, Mr. Shroff, Mr. Anil Harish, all other dignitaries of the dais and friends. I've had no connection with the tax industry at all. And I was really pleasantly surprised when Mr. Singh, Mr. Raghani and Mr. Mankad came to my chamber asking me to inaugurate this function. Well, we begin somewhere. When I went through the topics which has been selected for this 3 deferred days of seminar, I was really very happy because particularly RERA and GST have been the raging topics in the last few months. Many are happy, many are unhappy, many are confused. It's not like they're sitting on a wall without knowing which side to jump, but they just even don't know whether they should sit on the wall or go to the left or go to the right. It's a total confusion. Of course, the government of the day wants to bring in drastic changes in the way people think, the citizens of this country think. Bring a change in the system, reduce the bureaucracy, red tapeism, etc., and streamline what has to be done and undo whatever has been done in the past, correct certain things, and then chart a new course of history for this great country. The first topic which we have selected on RERA. See, being a judge, it becomes very difficult for us to even speak too many things on topics less. Somebody thinks that we have a view on the matter and it comes in our way of hearing a particular matter. So I wouldn't want to touch, and you have experts in this field who are going to share their knowledge. I wouldn't say educate or anything, share their knowledge, expertise, their understanding of the subject. There is a writ which is pending, has been reserved for judgment by the bench of Justice Naresh Patil and Justice Ketkar on where the validity or the virus of RERA itself is being challenged. But the reason why RERA was introduced has been a noble cause. Whether it is rightly introduced, the provisions are right, provisions are not correct, that the court will decide. And I'm not going into all that. But as a judge, sitting in the original side, I may be not correct in the figures which I'm putting. It's just my perception as to what, from my last 4.5 years of being a judge, at least 40% I would say of the litigation is relating to building industry. It does make you feel sad, because two basic things which a human needs is food and shelter. Life is becoming more complex and complex and complex because of the huge publicity and media and advertisement which comes. People have become more, their wants which were X has now become X9. So everybody is being bulldozed with so many things which is available in the media. Dispensable income has increased. So all feel that, you buy this, you buy this, you buy this, you acquire this, you acquire this, whether you need it or you don't need it, your life has improved. So when it comes to someone who wants, see, Bombay is a place where space is a huge, huge premium. In our childhood and all, we have seen families, even now we see so many families living in absolutely, in one room and a kitchen, and the whole joint family would live there. I have grown up in such a family, a joint family, and when you take a walk towards Banganga, if anybody is familiar with Banganga, it's one of the most beautiful places in the city. It's absolutely, it takes you 150 years back. And you see people living in a 75-80 square feet room, and so cleanly kept, and the whole family lives. During the day they sit on the steps outside and talk with all the neighbors. Night they retire into the room. When such people, or those who have been living in a one-room tenement of 250 square feet, are promised, we'll give you 375 square feet, they are really thrilled. My God, we will have at least a little more elbow room. We will not be bumping into each other. When that is being sold to someone, for God's sake, you owe a duty. You have a responsibility to see that promise is kept. Everyone wants to improve their life. So what happens when the building industry started growing? All fringe elements got into the construction industry. And real estate was one of the most unregulated industry. I don't know whether it is even today regulated, but an attempt is being made to regulate. A large share of the housing industry fell into the hands of builders and promoters who were operating from small enterprises. They had nothing to lose. And the people really behind were somebody else. They were probably a front, I would assume. I'm not sure about that. Because nobody can, out of the blue, come with so much of wealth and wealth. So the industry came to a situation where the person said, I will give you 25% of area more than what you have, or even 50%, plus some funds in the corpus. You don't have to pay annual, monthly society dues. So people all were dreaming. And then suddenly, every industry goes through a high, low, plateau, high, low, plateau. So when that low happens, is the developer able to hold on to the promise or go on with the program? Banks also came in saying that, okay, we will fund the project. People wanted to borrow money, stretch beyond what their means was. In Tamil they would say, means you should put on weight on the basis of the size of your thumb. So if you can't afford it, why borrow and lead a life? And that also is because of peer pressure. So when the whole thing started falling flat, the time came that something has to be done. When so many middle class people, I'm sure whoever is doing very well today is sitting on a pile of money and wealth, have also come up the hard way. They should also realize what they were when they started their humble beginnings. If that kind of mindset is there, and the moment we put ourselves in another man's shoes, we will realize where it hurts. And shelter is one of the things which every person, forget constitution, as history would say, is entitled to a man, is entitled to a shelter. And don't you feel guilty and sad that because of you, people have lost the only roof they had? Because it's not that you're doing a service, you're also doing, the industry also is doing it to earn money. Everybody is entitled to earn money. You're lucky you make a killing, you make 200% profit. Good luck to you, make it. You make 500% profit, make it. But deliver what you promise. Like, you can charge whatever fee you want, but work for it and deliver. And now with this government wanting to change the system, I was telling the organizers when I was sitting with them, we must also start changing our mindset. No amount of regulations, no amount of new law being introduced, nothing is going to work unless you change your mindset. Unless I want to change, nothing can change me. And when we all see that so many things are happening which Some may feel, so what? It's happening, it is there. That's a percentage. But I would certainly believe it will be a larger percent, much larger percentage who also feel enough is enough. We have to bring some change and regulation, because this is the only country where if I pay money to buy a house, I am not sure whether I will forget a house at all, and whether I will get what is promised to me. I am paying money, on the brochure it says 1500 square feet, and when I go occupy, take possession, I find a foxhole there. Oh, super built up. It is gone on that flower bed there, it is gone here, gone close. No man is going to, at least 99.99% is not going to calculate and see. They accept whatever is given, we take it. That is taken advantage. Now, everybody should realize, continue to agree, be nice to the society, because the society which grows up together is a better society. So therefore the law was enacted, which has been now challenged. Hopefully things will be clearer in maybe 4 weeks' time or whenever the judgment is delivered. The other raging topic which was introduced is GST. Again, you see every day in the media the confusion being generated. People don't understand this, people don't understand that. We don't know whether it is genuine or politically motivated. We don't know. We read from the media, the digital media or the paper media. Hopefully things will again settle down. For that, I'm sure you have the experts who are going to be speaking, and I find from the speakers all the chartered accountants and not from the legal fraternity, though many chartered accountants have shifted their loyalty towards the legal fraternity, maybe they found the lure of money more there than being a chartered accountant. But I will just share an experience and then I will go back. What I mentioned, it comes to GST. I had gone to 2 restaurants, I don't want to name them, where, of course, again, many of the restaurants were charging service charges. Supreme Court said you don't need to pay service charge. It's up to you to pay a tip or not. If you're satisfied, tip is basically, what do you call that? To ensure prompt service. That's what it's called, tips. So in Japan, if you tip somebody, it's an offense. They take it very badly. You're not supposed to tip anybody. You go to America, the command will start with, sir, gratuity. And that's he wants tip. Even if he drops you in a cab, he expects something. In London, you get off the cab, he expects something. In Chennai, you go in an auto rickshaw, he will say, sir, I have meet in the airport. Means meter ke upar kuch dal ke do. So these things are expected. But in a restaurant, when you are really happy with the service, you tip them. It can vary from 5%, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 15%. It's all up to you. If the bill is 10,000 rupees in a 5-star, you may feel, oh God, what will you think of me if I tip him less? And you will still give him 15%. The same thing if you go to a Udupi hotel, even if the bill is 300 rupees, we'll give him 2 rupees, the coin which comes, and you will walk out. So these restaurants, when I went, they had what is called a service charge added to it. Anyway, we all would have given something. No problem with that. In one place, the service charge was 10%. But when the bill came, the GST was added to it. Fair enough. But GST was on the invoice amount and also on the service charge amount. Service charge is tips. You can't charge GST on that. That's my view. I would. Maybe legally it has to be tested if somebody takes it to go. But it cannot be. Because Either the restaurant is pocketing that money of 18% on the 200 rupees or 300 or 400 rupees, 500 rupees of GST collected. So if they take 500 rupees, means 90 rupees the restaurant is pocketing. So in a day if they have 100 tables, means at least 9,000-10,000 rupees the owner is pocketing. Or giving them the benefit. They are paying the entire amount to the government. Is the government entitled to that extra 90 rupees? Government is not entitled because GST cannot be, it's any tax you don't have to pay more than what is really due. So it's something which the persons concerned, those who are in that field could probably take it up with the concerned authorities to see that these are regulated. Probably the program given to the restaurant is like anything is printed, it automatically calculates. Because at one place when I say, sorry, I am not going to pay you this amount, you remove the service charge, they remove service charge, the GST was only on the actual amount. So I would give them the benefit to say that it's a programming error. So as chartered accountants who are all working with these programmers, software service providers, you could just have a look into it and see that it is corrected. You have eminent speakers who are going to educate you, share their knowledge with you. Educate is not correct. Share their knowledge with you. I wish you all the very best. I wish I also could have participated, but circumstances deprived me the privilege of being sitting there and participating. But I would request if any of your speakers have any written material being distributed, please send one set to me so that I would also get to know what is really happening. With this I end. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Wish you all the very best.
Now may I request Mr. Henry Patel, Chairman of Accounts and Audit Committee, to have a vote of thanks.
Thank you. Respected Justice K.M. Shriram, Judge Bombay High Court, Ajay Singh ji, Rahul, Ashok ji, my dear friends. It is indeed a great pleasure for all of us that your Lordship has taken out your valuable time to grace this seminar on real estate laws. We are greatly benefited by your today's address, especially when your Lordship has touched upon the topic which is more connected to families dreaming their own homes and the honesty discipline that could have been followed by the real estate industry. Your Lordship, I on behalf of CTC all participants propose hearty vote of thanks and request all the participants to carry out this law.